Hey guys, it's Phil and today we're going to be making pocket shawarma. This is a really simple recipe and I've earlier uploaded a shawarma recipe so you can go check that out if you want. But this recipe is going to be different. In this I'll be showing you how to make the pita bread. I'll also be showing you how to make the chicken and the mayonnaise. And in the end we'll assemble it all. It's that simple, and also the pita bread is really soft along with the chicken really flavorful. So without any further ado, let's get on to making it. First, we're going to be making the pita bread dough because it needs some time to rise. For that, into around 1 cup of warm water, I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of yeast. Mix that around and set it aside for around 10 minutes for blooming. Meanwhile, I've assembled the rest of the ingredients here. 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a cup of wheat flour, 3/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Next, into your large mixing bowl, add in the flour and the wheat flour along with the salt and sugar. Just try mix that using your hands. And then pour in the olive oil. Now you need to use your hands and crush the olive oil along with the flour and make it to a crumbly consistency. It should be crumbly but at the same time really powdery like this. And at this point we can pour in the bloomed yeast mixture. Pour that in and mix it along with the flour, and you'll see that the dough is going to be really sticky. In the beginning you need the dough to be really sticky. Later on we're going to be kneading it for a long time, and that is when the dough is going to start becoming softer. Put it onto your countertop and push all of the dough together and incorporate it really well. And once incorporated, you need to knead this for around 10 minutes minimum. So once you knead it for a long time, you're going to see that the dough is going to be really soft and less stickier like this. The softer the dough, the softer your pita bread is going to be, so make sure the dough is very soft. Now the dough is ready. I'm going to take the mixing bowl, I'm going to pour some oil, keep the dough and just brush the oil on top of the dough very lightly. Then you need to cover this and keep it in a warm place for around 2 hours so it can rise. After 2 hours, here the dough has risen really well. Now you need to punch this dough down and release all the air bubbles. After resting the dough, you don't really have to knead the dough much. Just incorporate it together and then we can make it to small dough balls. I've divided this dough into 14 pieces now. And you need to keep it covered all the time or else the dough is going to dry out. Take each piece and make it into a nice ball shape so it's going to be easier to roll. Do that while still keeping the dough covered. Once it's all shaped into perfect balls, we're going to take it, dust some flour onto the work area, and roll this dough out. So the only two things you need to keep in mind while rolling this dough is lightly dust it with flour, and also make sure that you're rolling the dough out really thick. You don't want it to be too thin. Only if the dough is real thick will the pocket in between of this pita bread come out perfectly. If the pita bread is too thin, the pocket won't appear. So I've transferred that to a parchment paper, and I'm going to cover it and let it rest for another 30 minutes so that it can rise a little bit. And I'm keeping this in the parchment paper so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. So it's going to be way easier to transfer that to the pan, or else the shape will not be held. So let that rest. Meanwhile, we're going to make the shawarma chicken. Here I've taken 250 grams of boneless chicken cut into pieces like this. Into it, I'm adding in half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Also pour in around a teaspoon of lemon juice. Along with it, I'm going to add in salt as per taste and around 1 or 2 tablespoons of yogurt. And mix it all up. Also, I forgot to show this in the beginning, you need to add in 1 teaspoon of pepper powder. So add that and mix it up again. Incorporate all of it together with the chicken. Now you can either marinate this chicken for half an hour or fry it right away. I'm just going to fry it right away. Pour some olive oil onto the pan and place the chicken. Spread it out and let it cook. You're going to close the lid and keep it like that for around 5 minutes. And after 5 minutes, take the lid off and just toss it around and give it a mix. And there the shawarma chicken is ready. Next, let's get on to making the garlic sauce. For that, just take your blender and add in 2 egg whites. A little bit of the yolk has come into my egg whites, but that's fine. Add in salt as per taste. 3 cloves of garlic paste. Also pour in a teaspoon of lemon juice, then close the lid and beat that up. Just blend it together. Then slowly start pouring in half a cup of vegetable oil. I always find it better if you use vegetable oil than olive oil, because the olive oil has a lot of flavor that gives it too much of a kick to the garlic. Once you've poured it in slowly, remove the lid and check the consistency. If it's a really thick consistency like this, you can stop pouring the oil and set it aside. And the garlic sauce is ready. Next, my pita bread dough has also really well risen. I'm going to put that onto the tawa and just heat it up. Put it on medium flame and let one side just start bubble up. It's going to take around 30 seconds when you see that these large bubbles are going to start popping on top. And that's when the pocket in between starts forming. You need to quickly flip it over and let the other side cook as well. So now you'll see that the whole pita bread is going to puff up and this huge bubble is going to come in between. And after both the sides are cooked, the pita bread is going to be ready. So take that out of the pan and cook the rest of the bread in the same way. And now it's time to assemble. Here I have some lettuce just chopped up, then the chicken which we made, the mayonnaise, and I also have some fries. Then finally we have the pita bread. The pita bread should always be kept covered even after cooking it so that it doesn't dry out. So take a bread and cut out the side like this, the lengthier side. And then when you open it up, you'll see a huge pocket in between. That's where we're going to keep the filling. First, I'm just using a spatula and spreading some garlic sauce. Then just randomly put in the chicken and the rest of the fillings. You can also put in the fries and the lettuce. Also, if you want, you can go ahead and add tomatoes and other vegetables that you like. But I'm just using lettuce. And if you want, you can totally avoid the vegetables. You can also customize the shawarma. And you can use ketchup if you want, or hot sauce. Once you've added in all the fillings, the pocket shawarma is gonna be ready. It's that simple and super delicious to make. I've showed you the chicken recipe, the pita bread recipe, also the garlic sauce, which is a perfect combination for the shawarma. So if you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Also, click that notification bell so that you get notifications every time I post a new video. Thanks for watching. Love cooking. Bye bye.